be back in normal form without a delay, I think. Let's see. Unless Twitch is just also registering that it's still a delay? No, okay, we're good, I think. I think we're good. It's properly registering about 20 seconds in, which is what I also have. So there we go. Yeah, those were some good fucking games. I'm still incredibly mad about that Anivia play. Oh, I'm never gonna get over that. But that just, yeah, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're taking out Warding Stones. We're putting in Harsh Winds, so I don't accidentally fuck that up again. So don't accidentally fuck that up again. Because there's obviously a high probability of it happening, apparently. But thank you all for tuning in for that CDS game. I'm up again next week as well. And I think... Let's see, who's week 3? Who am I up against in week 3? We've got Demon Diff, which I believe is Tempo Mao's team, so that should be pretty exciting. Let's see here. Still, unfortunately, at the bottom of the CDS rankings. Looks like Tempo Mao is just absolutely fucking crushing it with those builds. So definitely cause to be worried, I think, for my brews. But it's, I mean, we got, this deck is going to, this is just fucking legendary enough. This deck is legendary enough that I kind of don't give a shit. You were falling out of your seat. That was sub tense. It was a pretty tense game. Nothing to do about the timer though. Oh, nothing to do about the timer. I remembered in the moment that it was going to cause me to lose, because I remember there was one of the first times I ever cast the Mystic Shot tournament. There was a game where somebody, I think, actually legitimately forgot the timer was happening, and before an Overwhelm Akshan hit to win the game, they actually just lost because of the timer. I have yet to be 2-0'd on like several players, so still doing pretty well. That's fair. That's fair. I have not been 2-0'd yet. I still managed to pull in like one deck out of every match. It's just like, no, it did something. It did something. And it's still just like a fucking blast. I need to catch up though. I need to catch up a little bit. And the funny part was I'm actually amazed that the Puff Cap deck got banned. I was not expecting this to be eliminated, because when I look at this deck, I'm like, this is the jankiest shit I've got. Like this one, when I was deck testing earlier today, this one did not work as well as the others, because the Malnivia is just able to punch you, generally speaking, and this one is just able to make things until it dies, which we did a pretty good job of not dying. The thing that really came in clutch was that 8-3 bot just fucking living, just like having a good time into the ignition. I'm not gonna lie, I almost cut ballistic bots because they kind of suck. All things considered, like a 7-3 is basically the that Noxus card that nobody plays with Challenger. That's a 7-3, nope, or 7-2. I think whatever its stat line is, I think it actually, did it get buffed recently or changed recently? That card never gets played, and I feel like Ballistic Bot kind of falls into that position sometimes of like, it technically gives you value, but it also technically just kind of sits on the board. But holy shit, I'm never taking it out of my deck list ever again. We are keeping it there until I die. But that was good. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, now that it is 7:38 and around the time that I normally actually boot up the stream here, let's go see what we can build meme-wise. Again, the next match, it will be next Monday, and we are looking at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be on at 6, or I actually should be on around like 5:45, 5:30 for that game. So tune in if you can, up against Demon Diff. I'm not afraid. We're very afraid. So that should be exciting. And slowly but surely I start streaming at a fucking normal time of the day. Also, Drippy Shots, hello. Stream ending? No, we are not actually ending the stream. We are actually continuing on with the stream. We just finished up a game for the Champion Draft Series, in fact. So we're gonna just do something else in the meantime. Spicy memes. Yes, spicy meme time. So here's my thought for the spicy memes. I don't know why I'm going there. I wanted to find spells that nobody cast because they're too expensive, or they're fucking impractical, or they're just kind of bleh, and then we're gonna make them cost less. So immediately we're up here with Sky's Descend. Kate Strike Deck with Shurima. Oh, Caitlyn Strike Deck with Shurima. That's a good idea. So I had initially tried to do it with Furious Wielder Kane, because the Furious Wielder is just, it's a fast speed spell, so you can just go bonk instead of having to wait for grappling hook and targeting. But that's actually a fun idea. Let's actually try that, and then we will try some like Sky's Descend possession, some possession discounting. So, yeah, Shurima does have a bunch that are possible for sure. So let's see, for Shurima P and Z, let's just launch into that. Let's also not look only at spells anymore. Let's go with three Caitlyn's. I could technically run Akshan's for grappling hooks, so let's put him in just because he's also a value engine. And then there's Siphoning Strike, there's a bunch of other things, but yeah, Desert Duel is a card for sure. Grappling Hook is a card, but we have the Akshans as well. Let's put in Swinging Glaives because it's a deck that can probably benefit from that. And then I think just maybe leave it there. We of course need the targeting, so let's run Absolver. Let's run as well just a bunch of draw and flash bomb cards, as awkward as the flash bomb cards can get. Oh, also, we're back to the normal state of things, so let me quickly also channel points, yes, put those back on. If you'd like to send in a deck list, or you'd like to challenge me, please feel free. Those are now on again. Yes, here we go. Yes, okay. Returning to the OBS. Let's put in these guys. We put in the Peacemakers. I will put in a couple of Justice Riders because I'm a glutton for punishment, and we'll put in a couple of Karinas as well. Let's run Mystic Shot. Let's run Get Excited. Let's just also hold some damages. Tunnel Shark, hello. Took about 2-week break from Runeterra. Any fun decks using new cards that you found? Is deck request the deck submissions? Yes. Lucky Find Equip Swinging Glaive, already in there. Tunnel Shark, have you seen the new have you seen the expansion card, or not the expansion cards, have you seen the patch cards that are the new cards that came with the patch? Because there's there is a new Shadow Islands draw card that's literally just a reprint that I despise because it's a reprint. There's also fun shit like the Mirai. Storm is viable. Yeah, there's fucking Mischievous Mirai. There's Sky Singer, which I want to be trying out a little bit as well this evening. But right now we're just gonna try and get Caitlyn to hit things and be painful off of Flash Bomb procs. Let's force our opponent to draw if we can. I don't love it, but it might be okay. Let's do, are we predicting? We're not really predicting, unfortunately. Let's go with a couple of time tricks. We could probably run a Ruinous Path or two, actually. It's kind of painful, but not the worst. Let's run a Hexcore Foundry, though, just to force that. Unraveled Earth is not bad for our draw. Insider Knowledge is pretty good for their draw and making them fucking suffer. Aloof Travelers always going in. That's pretty much just what we're gonna be doing. Acorn Shot, let's go. There is. Were you looking at fucking Hex Technician or something and be like, that's the Acorn card. The Priestess of Desert Light does not work. Also, I like that Priestess of Desert Light is literally just a round start, deal 4 damage, which means that if you don't have the 6 champions, it's just gonna murder itself, which is fucking funny, I gotta say. What else do we want? I mean, Formula is now just a very good card, so we could run something like that. We have a decent amount of draw, though, and it's kind of pricey, and we don't really have something like Jace to help us out there. So I'm tempted to do... We have 3 slots left. I'm tempted to just do a couple of more units so that we don't fucking eat shit immediately, because we probably will. The deal 1 damage storm. The words are hard. Words are hard. It's true. I kind of do want a 1-drop or 2. We can run... I kind of want to run Bakai or something like that, just because it's a good dude to have around, and then we have a bunch of things that may or may not eventually function as expected. Am I missing any flash bomb cards other than the card that just like summons flash bombs at burst, like the puff caps? I mean, I could put in a 3rd Peacemaker, which I actually don't hate the idea of. Also, Hi Legion, thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. How's it going? I am having fun today. We just wrapped up a fucking crazy ass game where I timed out. But we also got some incredible plays, and now we're just doing some memes for a little while. First up on the docket is Caitlyn Strike, because she does Nexus damage if she hits something. And then we're gonna go do Sky Singer and make Aurelion Souls the Skies Descend affordable for the masses. Yeah, I'm gonna take out something to put in the Piltover Peacemaker just so we can get that a little bit more edge on the actual flash bomb thing going on here. We're gonna call this meme. We're gonna call this sand punch. That's it, the sand punch. Welcome to my new franchise, Sand Punch, where I tell you to go pound sand, and then I also do it myself, only this time it kills you. Do we want to do this in ranked? We're in Diamond 3 with 2 LP. I can lose 2 LP. I can lose 2 LP to the winds of fate. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. What are we up against? Terrors unbeknownst to man. We're up against Evelyn Kaisa, which is the new Demacia darling, other than the just full-on fucking go big, go Demacia decks, which also suck. Maybe I mulliganed the Karina and got the Karina back. I would like not that, preferably. I would like something cheaper. She's 6 mana. I can't use that. We do have the Siphoning Strike. That's okay. Could have mulliganed harder for a Caitlyn or an Akshan, to be honest. Probably should have done that, but we're gonna find Akshan right now. You know what? Okay. I am a god. I am just a god. We're so godlike, it's not even funny. No. Stop that. No faded bug for you. No faded bugs, okay? Good old classic shuffler. Also, Legion, I'm glad you're looking forward to the lurking. I'm looking forward to having you lurk. But only if it's Akshan. I could have picked the Caitlyn. I didn't pick the Caitlyn, but I could have done. Do I want to yeet? I don't particularly want to yeet us, to be honest. That's Assaulter. It hits him back. It's a very rude 1/3 that does a lot of shit, which is terrible. I'd like a Sting Officer, though. I think that deck occasionally does run words. I think it occasionally does run Quicksand, because I was testing earlier today, and I do recall a Shurima deck using Quicksand against some of my Elusos when I was testing Teemo Caitlyn out. So I'm expecting that. Hopefully it won't be the case, but it might be. Yo, it's Akshan. What the fuck? All right, let's buff it if we need to. If they do use quicksand here, I mean, it's just a shitload of their mana also, so we might not have to be super worried about it. We do have Absolver. Hey, we have Absolver. We do have Absolver if we want, but right now we are planting some flash booms, finally. We finally have a flash boom experience. We can also siphoning strike something here. It's unfortunately not the Caitlyn doing the siphoning strikes, but they have no counterspell mana at the moment. There's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are merely fitting in with the stream perfectly. Give me that husk! Give me that motherfucking husk! I want my champions to be boof! I need them to be swole! Thank you for the swole! We'll cast a Justice Rider because it's a terrible card, but I mean, what else are we gonna fucking do right now? Thank you for the Shoot the Shroom King request. I think we have bullets? I can find- that's a bullet under my desk right there. I'm gonna get the bullet under my desk with my foot. And double chin in the process, because I am a glamorous streamer. I'm so glamorous. I am a potato. I am a good auction casting potato. That's the domination. Please go away. You have Challenger, which is a fuck. Also, that has Challenger, which is even more of a fuck. It's just kind of a giant fuck happening over here. I have a shot of killing the Evelyn, though, if it goes for the Akshan, or I have a method of saving the Akshan, so we're gonna try those. Also, Drippy Shot, thank you for the deco. The mod's staring at me, and I don't know why. The hunkussy? I am angry. I am unreasonably angry that was put in my chat. The hussy? Huskussy. There's too many us's happening. There's too much us happening. The sussy needs to stop. We are killing Evelyn, though, which is fantastic. I can achieve something in my short life. Also, if I cast more flash booms, then there's that. Oh, I see you want to play the Absolver feckin' game, yo. I, too, will play the Absolver game where I waste, arguably, an Akshan and an Absolver to trade into that. We traded, though. Thank you for the pain. My arm feels the Nerf gun bullet. Let's go with a plant. We could go with the plant, because look at all those 1 HP things happening over there. We also just find a 5/5 fucking goddamn Caitlyn, which is pretty good. I'm gonna Relic of Power. I could have found a 5/2, but we're just gonna Relic for now. That is a desert fucking duel, which means that my Caitlyn can smack. She can smack. Well, are you ready for the Caitlyn smack? They have silences and they have buffs. That's a Belveth the Elder that is unfortunately evolving. I hate that it evolved. Could you not evolve, please? It's terrible when you do that. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks big time. Let's try this. I expect it fails. Somehow it will fail. Somehow my dreams will be shattered on the ground. Rite of Negation? Quicksand, -4, -0, unfortunately doesn't do anything except bring it down in power. I mean, it did actually plant because it's a Caitlyn, which is great. And there is a slightly increased possibility that one of the things will die, except not, because why would anything die when I'm trying to kill it? There's an Evelyn with nothing. That's fantastic. We love it when there's an Evelyn with nothing. None of their challengey dudes can actually murder me right out here, so I'm gonna plant here and we're just gonna have a good time.
Karina?
Both waved at each other aggressively. We waved at each other the same way two martial artists wave at each other with machetes. You know, or swordsmen just wave their swords at each other. You can interpret that in any sword situation that you like. It's just kind of, it's definitely a greeting of some sort. You want to just hit me with a 7/4, that is absolutely 1000% fine. If you'd like to hit my Caitlyn, though, I do welcome you hitting my Caitlyn, as long as you don't have Absolver in hand to actually grant it to a 3, something with enough power to kill my Caitlyn. Please don't kill her, is my whole point here. I would like her to not die. And they fucking passed! Yay, they passed! We love it when they pass! Stop buffing the stupid husks. They suck. They're lame potatoes. That's 2. We hit a couple things. We're gonna go and we're gonna activate. We're gonna kill everything. Definitely everything. Definitely there's not more than 9 HP on the board right now. There is not. To say such things is blasphemy, but we did hit all fucking 9 of them. I have never hit that many flash bombs in a turn in my goddamn life. What the fuck? Goodbye, board! Holy shit, that's exciting. That felt good. And also now she's leveled and will do 11 damage on strike. Chaos! Absolute chaos! And we get the fucking surrender! Caitlyn's strike deck for the win! I don't know how that worked. That really shouldn't have worked. But by God, it did. I am the deck builder. Okay, anyway. Victory. I am the deck builder. I am not only a person who builds decks, but I am the prime builder of things. Exactly 35,000 mastery on the auction as well. Go us. Go us. I feel like I can never touch this deck again. I could just never interact with it ever again. I can never play it again. I can never look at it again because it has a 100% win rate, and I'm going to just leave it there, I think. To the halls of Broodfather? Honestly, yeah. You played the Freljord Flash Bomb spam deck and got 27 Flash Bombs in 1 turn. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. The Freljord Flash Bomb version is pretty great. Do I still have it in here? I do have it in here. This is the other version, I think, that Moss, that you're talking about. It has a lot of shit called 3 Justice Riders. Is it too many Justice Riders? Yes, but it works sometimes. It's beautiful. 9 Flash Bombs. Again, I'm never gonna do that again. I was thinking that, oh, like maybe we'll hit like 5 on a good Karina proc, but 9. So good. So fucking good. Let's move on though to the Sky Singer memes that I did promise. So let's just make a new thing. I think first target is going to be what is, to be fair, one of the most expensive spells in the entire game, and that's the Skies Descend. We're gonna go, I think, full hog on the Skies Descend. And I'm not going to cheat it with Targon's Peak. We're not going to cheat it with Targon's Peak. We're going to go Targon, we're going to go Ionia, and then we're going to find Sky Singer. Did my boo 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 boo? I'm spelling it wrong? Am I just spelling it wrong? Stash. It's a dash, and I missed it. Peak is lame. Peak is lame. Everybody runs Targon's Peak. We're doing something different over here. Do we want any Ionia champs for our bottom end? I honestly kind of think no. Let's run a Zoe for utility, and then Twin Wind was a card that someone put in a Sky Singer deck. I actually really like the idea of having a couple of twins. Let's also put in participants, by the way. On top of, let's do 1 Dawn and Dusk. Let's do 1 Dawn and Dusk with the potential of duplicating the Sky Singer twice for cheap spells. We don't have the great ability to make random things in these regions, but we can make some pretty good stuff, so let's just pile on those. I don't actually know if we need Tellstones. I feel like that's not something we desperately need. Thought of which one actually be super good was Sky Singer. You love it. Oh yes, you sent me the twin, the Sky Singer. I think it's really cool actually. Let's put in Spacey Sketchers. Let's put in a couple of the more expensive invokes as well, because hopefully we'll be able to get them to actually do stuff. Eye of the Dragon keeps us alive if we're summoning things. I think that's pretty good. Let's just look up Invoke straight up, but I do see a Pale Cascade. So before I do anything, we're going to put in that. We're going to put in Deny. We're going to put in, I just said the card name and now I've forgotten it. I'll remember. I'll remember what it was, but it did just leave my brain. Invoke! That's what I was gonna look for. Maybe the unit decreases your highest cost. Oh, yes. Greenglade Lookout, probably. Let's do some more healing. This is all just to discount Sky's Descent, by the way. If we get wins around it, fantastic, but his Sky's Descent, really. It's just Sky's Descent. Please send help. Yeah, let's run the Green Glade, because yeah, if that's in hand, fantastic, or if Soul's in hand, fantastic. I don't know if we need 3 of them, to be honest, but it's not bad to have as a unit. I think we have the dragons to make us things. We have the counter spells. We have space for 2 more cards, so we could try to put in some more expensive shit down here if we wanted to. We could put Destiny's Call. 4 mana Destiny's Call? 4 mana Children of the Forest? That's probably not going to do anything. But 4 mana Destiny's Call would be fucking hilarious. Imagine a 9/9 Zoe without the FTR. Beautiful. We're gonna do it. Celestial Impact would go down to 3. It's also not a bad card to have, though. I mean, Sunburst also exists, and we have access to Sunburst if we're doing that, so I might just do that instead. So then we have a little bit of early value generation. I actually don't know if we need Heavens Align. I might put in something else instead. Like, honestly, just like another unit or a star shaping or something. We are a little bit kind of lacking on units in the mid-range, so let's put in like 1 or 2 of the big Sunburst dude. Not that Sunburst dude, other Sunburst dude. Solari Sunforger, wherever he hath gone. I can't find him for some reason, so I'm just gonna Google him. We found him. Maybe Out of the Way, or the 5 mana recall spell. Oh, Unworthy Soul. Unworthy's okay. I mean, it's good. Unworthy Soul is a good card. I just don't want to run it because every time I see a Rise run it, I just want to tear my hair out and also tear their trachea from their throat. You know what I mean? But we can probably run 1 just to have it, because it is annoying. It is really fucking annoying. Oh, the KDA one? Oh, not that one. I mean, I think Unworthy Soul is a good one. 5 mana KDA? Let me just sort by spells. 1 sec. Okay, 5. Oh, the, Go Get It. Oh, Go Get It instead of Unworthy Soul does sound much better, because then we can find another Sky Singer, potentially. I feel like we might not have enough really super expensive spells, but, that's okay. Oh, actually, the... one hesitation that I have about the way this is currently built, we don't actually have a bunch of in-deck spells, right? And if I'm understanding the Sky Singer correctly, it will not actually discount the invoked spells, which means that we are kind of stuck with the Sky Singer on literally just the Skies Ascend, Dawn and Dusk, and then our other big-ish spells. It's not terrible, though. It would still be a 3 mana Star Shaping, 1 mana Guiding Touch, all of that shit, which isn't bad. I guess there's really no way to interact directly with invoked shit, which is kind of annoying. Let's try this out, though, I think. And then I think the next target then would just be a P and Z Sky Singer, because I think P and Z Sky Singer has the most potential to just go nuts, because 3 mana formula... Whew, 3 mana formula, draw 2, and refill your spell mana? That's better than Rise will ever fucking do. Anyway, we got beams, we've got the skies. You know what we should call this deck? We should call this deck Skyfall. Skyfall is the name of this one. And this one. Alternatively, we can also just try and survive until Soul does things, which will take a while, most likely. So we may not get there, but let's try this out. We'll probably now fall back to Diamond 4, because I don't think anyone will be ever as patient as that or ever as impatient as that Evelyn Kaisa player got with the flash bomb procs. That person has all of the skins, and by God, they look pretty together. Holy shit. This person is decked out. Let's see, Ruined Corrupted Nasus, Spirit Blossom Kindred, and then the Pulsefire Thresh, which I forget is a card, by the way, or a skin, all the time, even though I literally bought it because I love it so much. This is the first Thresh that I remembered from, whatchamacallit, TFT. I was like, that was the first Thresh skin that made me aware of what Thresh was. We're gonna, I think, start with an Eye of the Dragon, then go into Blue Sentinel, Spacey Sketcher. We do manage to find the Sky's Descent, which is a little bit awkward. That, I mean, well, if we get to discount it, it will work. It will work. Which is fun. That's a lot of mana that I don't have to think about, so we're just gonna cast this on top and then not kill that ever. That's never mind. It died. I am too late. It fucking died. I might discard something like I might discard this Sky's Descent here. I can wait through some damage, but I cannot wait through all the damage, unfortunately, I feel like. We have another one in the deck. I don't want to discard the soul, though arguably we do have more souls than we have other things. Probably gonna have a few more followers that have actions that we might be able to interfere with. Default for Zoe is always Moonglow, but I think Equinox will be better. Wish I could have silenced that Curse Keeper, but obviously we did not, so let's just preserve some HP. Let's get a Mana Gem here. The Mana Gem unfortunately doesn't really do a load of things. It mostly just helps punch us up to maybe something off of this, but not 4, 5, and 6. We're not gonna find it. There's another Invoke. There's an Obliterate. Good for a Kindred or a Thresh should it occur soon. That's a Kindred. Yep, so I was unfortunately correct about that one. We are still never finding Dragonlings because the spell count is too low. So I might actually take this out for something else, or just increase the spells so that the interactions that we have feel a little like less shitty. Because we need them to feel less shitty for sure. We might run into a counter spell here, which would be terrible, but we're gonna try anyway. We're taking just a load of damage. Yeah, this version is always gonna be kind of awkward, I think. That we can counter for sure, so we do hold on to that, and we do get a little bit of healing out. They don't have Rite of Negation anymore, but they do just have 2 hate spikes, which sucks for me. Doesn't count for any of the level ups, at least. That's an elusive 0-1 though, and I definitely don't like that. We're going with Pale Cascade, which is not helpful. That is not helpful. Let's not have elusive Nasus, maybe? Or elusive Thresh, or elusive anything. You don't get elusive anything, it's 0-1 now. Congratulations, I've given you a better slay target. There is a Thresh. There is my life disappearing before my eyes. There's a Solari Sunforger, which I don't have any opportunity to cast, and they do unfortunately just kind of have Atrocity open to them, and also Big Nasus. And also Big Nasus, never mind. Yeah, we need to top deck differently, first of all, and we also need to find a bunch of things that don't exist. This is not what we needed. That is not what we needed. No! Sunforger, no! And they never didn't even go for Atrocity. They did it for something else entirely. We could always pull it back and then recast it. I don't think it gets... Oh, but it replaces the copy with something else, so we still just kind of have to fucking deal with it. Yeah, I mean, it's a card. This is just kind of casting a card for the sake of casting a card here. Damn. Damn, okay. Pull that back, put that somewhere else, recast the Solari, suffer because of everything that's happening, and go from there.
Weapons golden.
Unfortunately, it no longer has a lifesteal. We are 2 turns away from all of the souls that somehow manifested in my hand. I'm not exactly sure why there are so many souls. That is, of course, a Destiny's Call. We need to get rid of a bunch of things in this deck. I think we just need like 14 more spells. Or at least like 4 more spells. We need little pings more than we need a bunch of other stuff. Oh, yeah, that will heal me out of the Nasus problem. Nasus? What Nasus? There's never been a Nasus. There's never been a Nasus. I could get an 18/18 soul, though, in theory, which is just as good as in practice, I've heard. Theoretically, knowing that we would have that is literally as good as playing it into a 13/13. Good doggo. Let's quickly change everything. Back to my 2 HP. Perfect. Let's see here. Let's bump that up to 3 again. Let's drop the blue sentinels. Let's put in more dragons. Let's drop one of the lookouts. Let's put in more pale cascades potentially. Twin disciplines is probably not going to do as much as we like. That Nasus is a 12/12. Yeah, we didn't get that. Did I see the new champion? Wait, for Runeterra or for League? Because I know League has, what's his name, Milio? I don't actually know how to pronounce it. But I've seen the information for that. Was something announced for Runeterra? Am I just completely out in the middle of, am I in the dark? I haven't looked up news today, because I was mostly just tunneled into other things. Oh, for League. Oh, yeah. I saw the, like, information page about him. I haven't actually watched the video, though, so that could be kind of cool. Be neat if he came to Runeterra or something as well. That would be pretty dope. I mean, Messenger Sigil is actually not terrible as an idea, I think. Check out later in the stream. I agree, actually. That would be kind of something, that would be cool to look at, I think. Targonian Tellstones exists. Nope. I had a thought and I was like, no. That's okay. We could run a couple of Vastayan Disciples, actually, for draw. That's a lot of, like, 1-drops that don't do a ton of things. However, considering how heavy our top end is, I don't despise that idea. 20 units, 18 spells. We're making a couple off of things now, though, so I hate it a little bit less. Let's see if this has more early game stability. We're probably gonna end up yeeting our Nexus out the window again, but it might work a little bit better. Let's give this the usual 3 attempts, I think. And then Drippy Shots, I do have your deck code. Thank you for sending that in. And I'll put that Milio, whatever his name is. However the small boy do, put that down. Video. Zoe, Twin Wind, and Serene. I have the combo, which is the most annoying thing in the universe. Can I get the Green Glade? I got a soul. Arguably worse, but we'll be fine. Is this Lurk? Oh, fuck me, I guess. It's Lurk! Probably out in the same expansion as Rengar stuff. I mean, Rengar and Runeterra would be fucking cool. I want big boys like Cho and Mordekaiser, and also, I almost said Aatrox, and then I was like, no, Aatrox happened. Aatrox happened. He made a big splash, which makes me happy, because Aatrox is one of my favorites from League proper. You think it's fun? Been using on the Master Ladder. Soul likes me a lot. He likes me too much, arguably speaking. I love dragons. There are literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons on my desk right now. But I don't need all of them. Oh, there's 9! There's 9 if you count my dice pouch. Do I have too many? Probably. Do I have issues? Probably. Meteor Shower is okay. I kind of like Traveler as a body, though. It's a nice card to have, I think. Do a big Void Queen expansion and an install one. Maybe it's a trap. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Let's block and then desperately block as well. You know, when you do a block and then you really desperately block, and I found the fucking soul again. Your chin is beginning to annoy me. I'm sorry, buddy, but your chin is too pointy. Get a shave. I found another soul. I have all 3 souls. I have all 3 souls. I have all 3 souls versus Lurk. I'm in a good place. Mentally, gameplay-wise, we're in a fantastic spot. Send EMS, please. Oh my god, what is this? After that, you're not sure it'll be a mishmash, probably? Probably a mishmash. Depending on what they do, of course. It'd be cool if they just kind of continue to find, like, things like the Darkens, or if they had a big, like, Vestian release with, like, Set and Zion, Rakan, and all that shit. That would be kind of cool. You hate the Dragons deck? I do apologize. Yeah, maybe he is attracted to the Dragons. I don't know, but either way, it's causing me suffering. Deep, deep suffering. Please stop. Hi! You also suck! Give me a Crescent Strike. Fuck yeah. It's the power of manifestation. No, and no, and no. And big fat nose. Big nose. We are actually at 6 on the Zoe. I don't think I'm gonna get any more on the Zoe, but that's great. Play the Invoke. There's a Snapjaw Swarm on the top of the deck, so we are about to just take a lot of damage. We're taking so much damage. Do I care about that? I mean, I would like to hook the fearsome next turn. We're also probably gonna fail at doing that for sure. Traveler is awesome to invoke again and have a body. Yeah, I agree. It was unfortunate that we couldn't get more out of that, but that's also partly the fault of what my board currently looks like. Not my board, my hand. My board is also problematic, but my hand is even more so. Like, my opponent's kind of like, wow, just doesn't have resources in Targon. I have the biggest resource in Targon, like, right here. I am just absolutely incapable of using him. And we're gonna die to Blood in the Water. I'm gonna call the Blood in the Water, like, right now. I'm sure they have it. Give me draw. Give me draw. Give me a good boy. That is a very good boy, getting me a blocker. That yeah, that's a good boy, giving me blockers. This is a Blood in the Water. It is a Blood in the Water. I unfortunately am, we're gonna say, clairvoyant, and not that I've played the game too much for my own mental health. Bye, soul! Get fucked! I don't have time or the mana to cast a Crescent Strike, but I can hover the Serpent and think to myself, wow, that would have done so much. Unless they get sloppy and cast another unit, which unfortunately they just kind of do not. They do not get sloppy and cast another unit. Tragedies! Tragedies! Yeah, I was looking at we're actually looking at a chart of win rates. The Lurk is coming back like a little bit, right? Like, it's not like all over the place, but it's around a wee bit. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm gonna take out a soul. I'm sorry, I just cannot handle 3 of them at a time. It's too many. We want to put in something else around this mana point, though. You can put in a couple, like a Loping Telescope or 2. Loping is pretty good because it can give us good shit. I'm going to take out 1 Twin Wind just because we do have a bunch of other ways of actually finding interactions in the deck. Yeah, I might just leave it there. Feyfolk is an option for giving us healing if we really need it, which is actually something to consider. That might be more worth than something like that in the Sigil. So let's put in, we put in some more healing. We've taken out a soul. Soul is still gonna show up in my opening hand somehow. Watch it be 50% soul and me being like, I love dragons. I love dragons. Still gonna love dragons. Whatever the soul does, we're still gonna enjoy the dragons regardless. Here's a big body fun deck since I'm playing big spells. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Let me copy that in here. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I did want to do. We'll prioritize the Theorist submission, so after Drippy second deck, I'm going to add in P and Z Sky Singer. If we don't get to it today, I will try to get to it next time I'm live, which will be on Thursday. hello. Well, I have an Ionia hand for sure. Okay, this is feeling better than 2 souls, not gonna lie. This is already better than soul. That is not a soul. Oh, thank God, thank God. You suck. That sucks for us. Oh shit. I don't want to block any of that. It's a heck. Is it Hecarim Zed? Oh yeah, it's Hecarim Zed. Unfortunate for me. Let's go with... I'm not sunbursting that. Let's go with the Solari Priestess here. Anything is better than 3 souls. That's kind of true, actually. Versus Ephemerals. They're gonna have a Zed potentially as well. I mean, I think just more Travelers is not bad. We can attack with the 2-2 here. We can not attack with the 2-2 there anymore. There's a Zoe. Hi, Zoe. If that's a Zed, it is not a Zed, unfortunately. We do have a blocker. I think I'm gonna Loping Telescope, though, because as long as we can block something like the 2-2, we should hopefully be kind of okay. We have Charger as well. There's Grumble Slug. I think let's maybe pick a Charger. We can cast a Zoe and then start doing things around her. I think I'm gonna have to face tank a whole lot of damage here because those are gonna be 3-2s, which sucks a lot. That definitely sucks a lot. We're gonna prioritize murdering the important things, of course. We're gonna prioritize murdering the important stuff. Fine. Bye, Eye of the Dragon. Momentous Choice coming out. Not even buffed, just as a Momentous Choice. Unfortunate. Yep. Unfortunate. Hecarim can be silenced eventually, which is pretty good. Let's go with a Charger here. Just start that ticking. There's a Boisterous Host. So no Hecarim, potentially a Zed still remaining. Let's Eye of the Dragon, attune. Get this thing back. We don't have spells anymore, unfortunately. I mean, Deny is nice, to be fair. Deny is still a nice card to have. Let's see if we can't get a Zoe to do something here. Invoke seems to be an option, especially if that's their whole turn. Trickster, Moonglow, would love to try and keep my Zoe alive. They did let her hit face, so I'm tempted to believe that they might not actually have anything to immediately cast a murder upon her. They do just cast Deny, straight up. But we also get that Dragonling now because a couple of spells have been cast, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it, folks. That's a good blocker. Please play Hecarim, please play Hecarim, please play Hecarim! That looks like a Hecarim to me, folks. Yes, goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Okay, good. No Deny for that now available, of course, which is feeling pretty excellent. Let's block over here. Let's kill that if we can, and let's block a Shark. Their attacks are going to be extremely painful in the future. But there's not really much we can do about that. Only taking a damage though, because we are healing it back off of the 2-1, which is something for sure. I don't actually want to discard the Zoe. I don't really want to do that. To be fair, the Zoe spell itself is like kind of not the most useful thing for us at all. Let's take Equinox here. That's actually quite useful for the 2-3 Shepherd. They don't have mana to interact with a ton unless they have a Quietus at the moment. And that also doesn't save it from its current state. I'm gonna open swing with the Zoe and the 2-1. I think there's a Star Shaping also keeping us alive a little bit. Excellent. We go up to 8, making progress. Didn't block with the 2-3. I'm a little surprised, honestly. That is a Dragonling cast. I'm going to just... Nope. No. I have Deny, you have Deny, we all have Denies. It's a fun time. Let's go with Loping Telescope, I think. Let's get another body onto the field. We're looking at Moonglow. We're looking at Wrath of the goddamn Freljord and Porosled. I want Wraths like so badly. I don't know if I don't think it actually really helps us because we're not an aggro deck. So I think I am potentially just going to take the Porosled or Moonglow. Moonglow protects our stuff. We do have a Traveler and a heal, so I'm tempted to take that over something like the Sled at the moment. It's not a new spell, but she's up to 9 of 10, in fact. So one Traveler or a Star Shaping, and we do actually just level Zoe, which is pretty powerful with all of our Celestials that may soon be happening. So that's a lot of attackers if the 2-3 goes. I'm just gonna do this. We're going to look at a Crescent Strike or a Falling Comet. We don't have the heal anymore, but at 8, I think we should be relatively safe. Crescent Strike is the most useful for their actual attackers, but I think I actually like the Falling Comet. We can get rid of their Black Flame now, which means they don't have that redeemed Prodigy energy going for them. Yeah, no great units, I think, for keywords, unfortunately. Let's go with a star chart here. See if we can't find, like, a little blocker. That counts as a little blocker. I'll take it. That also will give everything on our board, just like fucking Challenger, which is pretty exciting. Gives me better options for this attack here. That is an 8-3. Nothing to sneeze at, unfortunately. Very much nothing to sneeze at. Indeed. I don't have a second spell unless I Moonglow, which we hopefully will be able to. So I think, yeah, we're just gonna block that way. Down to 6. They have nothing. They have Pra eventually. An eventual Pra is not now killing me Pra. Yep. Yerp. If I go yerp, it definitely helps, I'm sure. Okay. So one of the Pras is permanent. There is a permanent Pra. Because there's 2 ephemeral copies. We do have the Sky Singer, and I really hate that because I don't... It has lifesteal, but we already have lifesteal. So I think let's go get some lifesteal. Let's go healy. Let's go heal ourselves for a hot minute. Let's watch them pra themselves, I guess. Maybe? I mean, they probably do it next turn, actually. That is a Zed. Do I care? How much do I care about the Zed happening? We are looking at 0 spells, but it's still gonna be difficult for us to cast 2 unless there's something great off of this. So let's look at this. We do find Immortal Fire and the Destroyer, so we could also just give our board full Elusive here or Overwhelm and Spell Shield. I mean, full Overwhelm and Spell Shield is pretty fucking good. We still survive next turn even if they pra, I think. Though I'm really, yeah, if we eliminate the Black Flame landmark, it does force them to think a little bit more about their plays, I think. So let's take the unit, and then I think I actually am just gonna go for that landmark. Though they summon the same number of things, to be honest. Let's force them to summon Pra. I think let's actually force them to summon Pra if they want a unit to attack, unless they find something off the top, which is of course always possible. Nowhere! Thank you for the deck code. We are getting more submissions, feels good. Getting that lifesteal cast once more. We do find Soul, and Soul should help us a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I have Soul now, so I think my issues have been somewhat alleviated, considering we can also just fucking heal now. Zoe may have to tank a 5-4 depending on how they swing. Let's just take Great Beyond, I think. I'm now just playing, unfortunately now we're just kind of playing Invoke rather than us playing Sky Singer, but that's kind of okay. Oh, that trades. Oh, and there's a bunch of shit, right, because of the way that the interactions are actually happening. We are not dying, though. We are still not actually dying, and we still have that elusive Zoe. I completely forgot that the Hallowed on the Challenger with the Pra was going to do that. Completely forgot about that. We don't have Overwhelm. We do have this, but the Soul has honestly already granted a lot of those effects already. Yeah, the argument to have gone for the landmark there, even though it shits out the 2-2 again. I think let's go with the 15-8. Otherwise, we could do Sky Singer into something, or we could just do Destroyer into something. This is a 14-7 with Overwhelm, to be fair, and will trigger the grant Overwhelm to everything else. We have room for Star Shaping after. We could also Star Shaping first to see what we find, but I think I'm just gonna go with Destroyer. Let's just go with Destroyer. Unfavorably trading into the 5-4 for sure. 2 cards remaining on our opponent's side in hand. That summons the 2-2, it summons the 2-1, and then it summons the It summons the whatchamacallit. Let's heal a little off the Zoe if we can, I think. It should summon also the Shark Chariot, because I keep forgetting that card is going to come out of that. Let's set up another blocker before more things happen, I think, and then heal on the next turn. Sky Singer is just really awkward to play in this scenario. That's a good unit, though, to give us something else that we might be able to power through this ephemeral deck with. We are currently up on HP, which is good. No challenger here. That needs to be blocked for sure. We don't have a great blocker except for the 14/7, so that will have to go in. We need that to hit, and if we block here, we are just barely losing, but that's what we have the Star Shaping for, so let's heal here. Zoe is okay. That's more elusive, to be fair. Immortal Fire is good. We already have the Great Beyond. Supernova might be able to obliterate a couple of important things, to be fair, depending on how that goes. We are taking 6 damage. Still can't really handle that 5/4, which really sucks. I could also just block the 5/4 and take a little bit less damage. Let's try that. Heals, that hits. Oh, right. The Greenglade Lookout Strike actually occurred. So we do have Great Beyond here. Let's cast that and threaten them with that 16/18, and then we can Sky Singer on top of it to hopefully get that lifesteal. There's a 1 Defiant Dance. If it's 2 Defiant Dances, we do unfortunately just kind of lose there. It's not 2, but it is a removal, of course, of the Great Beyond, which sucks. Let's pass. Let's get Sky Singer down, I think. We could also rip the Supernova right now, but then we lose on the open attack to something else, which also very much sucks. We also have Solari Priestess into Sky Singer, which I think might be more correct, because then we get more lifesteal units. Challenger is hypothetically good. Invoke is okay. Written in the Stars gets the Zoe Aura Soul. Unfortunately, not very affordable still, I think. Let's maybe take Traveler again, even if it's not as great. There's a Milnick Glenkeeper. Let's go with Sky Singer anyway. Get that lifesteal going. That is unblockable, which is, like, extraordinarily bad for us. We can heal, but they have 8 Hallowed, so unless we can actually heal out of the 5/2, we have kind of lost that, the 6-hole exchange. I need to be able to get rid of it. I should have gone with the Supernova then. I forgot that the Hallowed would end up doing that. Because the Pra, unfortunately, is able to pull it out. So I don't have Elusive Unit anymore. Should have cast Entreat to find, or not Entreat, the Written in the Stars to find the Zoe. It was a surprisingly better exchange than I thought. We did also cast the Sky Singer, but also we never found the Skies Descend, which there aren't actually the same number of souls as there are Skies Descends in this deck now. But apparently the Skies Descent loves me a lot less than the actual dragon does. But let's move on with our deck submissions right now. We have got one from Drippy Shots. We've got two from Drippy Shots, actually, and then a deck from Nowhere to Be Found. If we have time today, we will, of course, also do the Sky Singer PNC version of the meme that I was talking about. So let's start importing here. This is Vi, which fuck yeah. Oh, if I have one regret from the draft, the Champion Draft Series, is that I wish I had actually been able to draft Bandle, or if I had targeted going for Bandle a little bit more, because a lot of PNC decks actually rely a shitload on having access to the Bandle region, and the way the draft worked out is I have mono PNZ and I have like PNZ Targon, which is again good value production, but I can't run Ava Achiever, I can't run Pokesticks and stuff like that, and it really hurts. It really hurts when you're building those PNZ decks, honestly. Always wanted a Nora Timeline deck, and this one seems fun. Nora Timeline, fuck yeah. What Sky Singer PNZ am I cooking up? So I would like so the thing that I was running into a little bit, I think, with the Targon deck is that there aren't actually a humongous volume of really pricey spells that would get discounted PNZ has a little bit of that problem, but there are still cards that I think would get us crazy amounts of value if we had it paired with the Sky Singer. Freljord actually has, I think, perhaps the most bulk, big fucking chunker spells like War Mothers and FTR. But I think I kind of wanted to try PNZ because, like, even a 3-mana formula is kind of crazy. So it's something like that, just to play around with, like, what can we squeeze out of PNZ just, like, value-wise? Like, Sky Singer, like, Sarah Queen, some kind of, like, new spell, effect sort of thing. Again, Sky Singer doesn't discount in hand, which sucks. But I think there might be something there. I'm gonna at least look at the regions and sit down and think, like, okay, what could we have that might be cool? This is time Vi. So let's take a look at this and see what we can do. Do a TF and Sky. Oh, TF and Sky. Oh, TF draw. I mean, that also gives us access to Mischievous Mirai. Mischievous Mirai with Sky Singer spells, so that not only are you casting really annoying spells, but the spells that you're casting are also generating you bombs. That could be hilarious. Sky Singer PNZ Spell Slinger? Kind of Spell Slinger, yeah. Thought you were gonna be greedy and go do Glorious Evolution? Oh! Glorious Evolution is an obvious one, of course, yeah. Glorious Evolution for sure, if we can get it to fit. We're also looking at a deck, though. Thermogenic Beam, Zonite Urchin, Conchologist, Concurrent Timelines, Ferris Financier, Mystic Shot, Nora, Pokestick, Piltover, Castaway, Aloof Travelers, Banana Blaster, fuck yeah, Fan Club President, Portapalooza, Risu the Silent Storm, and Vi, and 3 Mini-Morphs. Risu with the concurrent timelines is gonna be kind of funny, isn't it? Because it will still trigger the storm cloud, but it won't actually. This will be an interesting 5 cost to have. That's actually pretty good value. Risu is a funny one, yeah. There's an easy way to get to Keg Lady in Auction Infinite. It sounds crazy good. Keg Auction Infinite. Difficult without the Shurima Predicts. But you could run a lot of PNZ predicts. Like, if you Practical Perfectionist your way. Oh, but you don't have, no, because Akshan is Shurima. So you'd have to have Shurima predicts with Bilgewater, which should be kind of interesting. Banana Blaster is clutch, especially when you hit the 7/7 Croc. Oh, Crocolith out of Banana Blaster for 7 damage? Ow! Let's see if we can't, yeah, I need to remember that concurrent timelines is something that I would like earlier rather than later, and I will forget, so apologies if I don't mulligan properly. Probably will not, and I'm saying it now, but I might forget. Probably it's PNZ Akshan, best way would degenerate Keg Lady, not sure how. It would be nigh impossible. It's very difficult to guarantee that you find a unit from another region when you're not running that region, even if it's something like concurrent, because it's the roll of the dice. It's just that roll of the dice. Well, Risu loves me, apparently. Risu really likes me. That's okay. I'm gonna... Do I want to discard a draw? I could also just play it. I'm gonna discard a draw just because I do need something. That's another Zonite Urchin, unfortunate, but thanks. Okay, here we go. Only keep Nora personally, since I missed it out depending on the matchup. Maybe the timelines play 5-cost units. Oh, just load up on 5 costs. That is like the most. That is, I think, the most weird version possible of that iteration, but I kind of fucking love it. I kind of fucking love that idea. Eclectic Collection, Assembly Line, and Hexpliterator. We're looking at Jinx Echo. I mean, Hexpliterator is a decent card, and we could get rid of eventually an Echo with that shit. It also counts as an Obliterate rather than a Death. So that's not too bad, actually, I think. Because if it cannot be revived, then we don't have to worry so much about Chrono Break Echo absolutely destroying our Fifis. You debated to place on it with Junk Construct because on only to auto-cycle the extra timelines. Feel the synergy of Junk Construct would be better for the early game with Nora. I think that is definitely a situation where you have to be confident in your ability to top deck what you need, which I don't. So it's all, I mean, I use it to just find things. I know that's like kind of wrong in context, but also like gotta get something out of this. We are not banking for Hexpliterator, which may be a mistake. We do have a Fearsome 4-2. They don't have equipment, they just have predicts, so they shouldn't find, shouldn't find a blocker, which they do not. Thank you very much. I guess they can Mystic Shot this down if they really feel like it. We get the weapon, of course, so that's not too bad. It's a Mystic Shot, okay. Okay. I mean, we still get a 3-2 out of it if it's on the thing on the board right now. Echo is definitely a possibility, but Echo is also susceptible to dying to Pokestick at the moment, which would be kind of fine and handy dandy. I'm actually gonna try and portal here because draw is valuable. We find mini morph, which is all right. That's still not an Echo. If their hand is drop orders, fuck yes. Their hand is unfortunately not all drop orders. 3 out of 4 predicts going on. Chronomancer and 2 Bakais. And something else. Oh, the Ancient Preparations. No, not Ancient Prep. The Lurk card. Fear Prescience. Yeah. Okay. Echo comes down. This still potentially means we have Thermogenic Beam, but it's still not the Obliterate, unfortunately. Discarding 2 to deal 2. There's a Calculated Creation. There's a Death Ray. I actually don't hate Death Ray. But we also need to just find more things. This one gives me a unit for the Nora stacking, which I don't hate either. Just had a Garen challenge at Katarina and Killer, and Garen said, "Oh no," when he did it. It brought you real joy. Oh no. I love that the reaction was, "Oh no." How's the game so far? We're watching a very pretty Echo do things. Unfortunately, we are, of course, at the point where the Echo is doing things, TM, which is pretty bad. I can equip the weapon and try and hit the Echo, and then it will, of course, get Pokesticked out to hell. So I'm just gonna try. Give me something, please. Anything? Concurrent? Hello? That's the fan club president. Thank you for trying. I will hold for Hexpliterate and hope that they do not have a counter spell. We hit 2 fucking goddamn portals. I forgot portals were kind of lying in wait, but that's okay with me. Please do not counter my thingy. It's kind of the only thingy that I got. It's a good thingy. Thank you for not countering my thingy. Yay thingies. Let's pass the turn. We have fan club president. That's okay. We have a Jinx. That's very bad. That is pretty fucking bad. I am 1 mana short of being able to Thermo or Mystic Shot and spell it down, which it would just be a Thermo anyway because we wouldn't have the wouldn't have much else to do there. So let's see, damage to everything and to my Nexus, which is not catastrophic, and we can still kill the Jinx. So that's good. That's quite lovely. We can also cast Fan Club President and kill the Jinx next turn. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to currently. Should have done Mystic to Pokey and then save the Thermo for a possible follow-up of Jinx. Yeah, but I don't want it to be able to find a, whatchamacallit? The other card, or the other spell, the Chrono Breaks. I'm just, I think, too excessively worried about Chrono Break. That is a nice heal, and I think we're just gonna try and pretty much feed that down. If they have Revival, that would suck. If they have a Counterspell, that also sucks. They have Scrying Sands, which is not the worst thing ever. They find something, but they don't necessarily have it for sure. That kills me pretty well. That kills me pretty well. I mean, Withering Wail on the next turn keeps me, like, marginally alive. Does it keep me alive? Kills a 2-1. We gain 3, so we go up to We go back up to 11, which is not lethal. Plus we have the Mystic Shot and we have Pokey Sticks for things that do not die to Withering Wail. There's a Thermo again. If it's an open attack, I am actually less worried. That's only a damage. That's only a damage, which is fine. We can, I think, take a damage. Again, if it's a revive, we kind of cry, but whatever. Or if it's a rally, sorry, we kind of cry. Melee is risky. Melee is kind of risky. Thermogenic Beam is also kind of risky, so I don't know what they have in hand, and I don't like the fact that I don't know what they have in hand. Also, Sky, hello! Let's punch a couple things. I think I'm just gonna kind of punch a couple of things here. That Chronomancer is unfortunately allowed to live like way too long and deal a lot of damage to me over time. Your call now if you want to cast that card. There's just another Ancient Prep. Fantastic. Could use portal things eventually, but right now I'm just getting draw. Which is not the worst. We're almost enlightened. We do find a Vi, but unfortunately she has not been leveling in hand whatsoever. Ballistic Bot and Neandroid can come out of Calculated Creation. There's an Aloof Travelers. I'm going to Aloof Travelers because fuck you. Timeline is scared. Bye, Jinx! Please don't have top decked another Jinx. You did not top deck another Jinx, so thank God. I'm gonna also cast another Aloof because fuck you again. There's a Pokey Stick. You top decked. What did you predict for? A Chrono Break. Get fucked, dude. So there's a 2/2 incoming. We can start hitting with our 2/3s. I think. Yeah, we can just start hitting with the 2/3s pretty easily. I don't have Aftershock for that. It doesn't really matter. They've kind of done their shit already. Yeah, Aloof again. Put pressure on. They're literally just staring at me in displeasure. This is not doing anything for the gameplay. They're just looking at me like, why did you have to get rid of my hopes and dreams? And the answer is because we're playing a Riot. We're playing a Riot franchise.
Do I have to?
Anyway, no. It's fine. 4 damage finally. I've done my first bout of actually hitting them in the face. Vi is at 4. That's all right. We take 2. We take 1 here actually, if all things go horribly. That is an Echo. And I don't actually give a shit because I can fan club president and then mini morph said Echo. Or I can just attune and then potentially get a blocker for the 3/3 as well. That also, I think, works. Let's find out what this spell is. You can't spell oof without aloof. True. We got Withering fucking Mist, which at this point I actually kind of like because that won't help me live through all of the things that are about to happen to my life total. Yeah, no. No. Sorry, no. No. You have a seal. Enjoy the seal. I hope it's a nice seal. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm gonna take some HP now. Bye. I'm very afraid of your rockets, okay? All right, that's 7, so we're almost at the Vi level. There's a Nora. Oh, Nora, you waited so long for the. We waited so long for you, but thank you for showing up finally. Let's see, 8. That's a drop border. Man, you are fucking unlucky on the drop border pulls, not gonna lie. That's insane. How do we get the little spells out? I could do this into a Gearhead, which gets the Vi to 10. I just need 2 things to happen here without actually taking away from the Vi level. Cruising and vibing now. Giving it the ceiling to kill the seal. Spot face when you killed it, right? Okay, let's actually go with the Gearhead because this will help me get the Vi just fucking leveled, and then we open attack, and then we take. Oh, I think the 1/3 with the Vi so that all of the 1/2s die to our attackers. We have another mini morph, of course, for their next Jinx or the next Echo. I love going against decks like this because they run out of so much gas the second you interrupt with their combo enough. It's the same with Rise a little bit, though it's more like if you wait too long, he wins. But Jinx Echo decks, Lulu Jinx decks, when those were a thing, if you just sit there and you don't lose, they basically cannot do anything anymore. It's so good. It's so good. They're already roping. I don't know what you're talking about. They're already intent on the rope.
These are my streets. Real good to see you.
Okay, so they're choosing the things that they can trade with. Good punching. Nora, thank you for existing finally. We still don't have concurrent timelines, but we may not actually need it. So much for me mulliganing shit in order to find a concurrent because we just never did. Is usually able to enough value to survive and keep board pressure even without timelines. Definitely seems that way. They lose if they don't do something super fucking dramatic, and they mystic shot themselves, which is just a Chad move, an absolute Chad move. Mood and move, actually. I said mood inadvertently, but also that. Felt that was Trundle Timeline's weakness. Without it, it's useless. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I know that the weapon version of the timelines definitely fell off a little bit without timelines in hand. But yeah, this one just was good P and Z value. This one was good. Again, there are 3 of these. Just worst luck imaginable, apparently, but we got the win. So we're gonna continue on with our deck submissions at the moment. We have now in the queue Drippy Shots again, and then we've got Nowhere to Be Found. So thank you guys for those. Drippy, you're up again. This is Soul Freljord of some kind. Okay, the dragon can love me a little less. Can love me less. This one. Let's change up the loadout a little bit. Bring timelines back to 1 cost. Back to 1 cost. Oh yeah, it used to be cheaper, didn't it? And then the timelines decks just kind of ripped through the meta, and Riot was like, "Ah, we're gonna pull that back a little bit." Considering that it's not as strong anymore, I actually wouldn't disagree with bringing it back to 1. Like, it's useful because of the way Runeterra, the game, works, but it's also memey as fuck because it's just like, here's the pool of cards that you can pull from. Go. Which is kind of funny. We're looking at ramp. Oh boy, we're looking at super ramp. Faces of the Old One, Guiding Touch, Flash Freeze, Blighted Ravine, Winter's Touch, Catalyst of Eons, Harsh Wind, Star Shaping, Wild Mysticism, Eclipse Dragon, Revitalizing Roar. This is units, right? Reduced to 0 for Enlightened. If That Stares, Tryndamere, Aurelian Soul, She Who Wanders, and FTR. So I would like to ramp with a side of elevation. So let's go. Let's go. Big ramps. Big ramps. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I will not find soul in my opening hand 3 times. I will not find soul in my opening hand 3 times. If I say that enough times, it will be true anyway, because then I will have committed witchcraft and summoned them through super real means. That's a Kindred Viego. So again, I would just like to live. We find the Aurelian Soul and we put it back, and we don't find more. We didn't find more. Okay, that's good. I'm a little bit about to die still because I'm afraid of the fact that they can slay my whole existence. But that's okay. We got the ramp. We're starting a combo eventually, one day. As a Blighted Ravine, we like healing. That's excellent. I hate that card, and we're just gonna ignore it for a very, very long time. Let's pass there. Yes, there's another Blighted Ravine. I'm gonna do this while we are not really worried about them killing something, because there are a couple turns off of the Kindred. I would also like to block it to something. I don't want to Blighted Ravine into the Undying, but it's also not the worst thing. We now see the Kindred, of course, which is interesting. I could just rip another Wild Mysticism. We could also just go with Catalyst of Eons after damage has resolved, which I feel like is a little bit better, and then we kill both of those. They get Undying back, which just sucks. I don't like that the Undying is regenerating. Recover and Stabilize. Yeah. Did I mulligan a ramp? I don't think... If I did, that was a mistake for sure. Timelines just gets worse as they print more bad cards. Oh, as the pool widens. Yeah, I guess that's kind of an interesting thing, too, of, like, this meta, this, like, this state of the game, is a bit unique. It's a bit unique. and that there are a few enough things that you can do a lot. I mean, I have big 7/7 at the moment. I did take a lot of damage, but we have revitalizing. You can just heal 7. We could also go with a Blighted Ravine for 2 and just get rid of like everything on the board, which I don't hate either. Because you love RNG type decks. Yeah, I'm gonna Blighted Ravine here. We have a chance to go up to 17 with the Catalyst and our own healing. That's fine. I'm not gonna touch it. We could also Winter's Touch here. Go up to 9, actually. That was probably the better choice. So there's 2 draw, which is despicable. How dare you draw cards. We're healing still, potentially. That's just a Viegers. How is the Viager doing today? I'm gonna do this, I think, again. Can I face tank? We can face tank that a little bit. Then ramp. I'm gonna do this into the Catalyst, I think, actually. Yeah, let's do this into Catalyst so that their attack doesn't kill me, and then we can just become enlightened. Bye. They have Ionia, so they definitely have the potential to just murder my ass. They can't save Kindred, though, which means the Kindred at least goes away. Yeah, there we go. So we have the 1 mana Winter's Touch, which will just draw us a card. We can heal off of the biggest, dickest Eclipse Dragon. We are making a dragon and a Celestial Follower. We're up to 17. That's a 0 cost. I have 12 total heals this turn. Yeah, because we have 5. We have 5, we have 7, and we have 2. So in hand. But, well, we can't cast a 2-cost one because of the, mana restrictions, of course. But yeah, we're definitely finding stuff. Unfortunately, that does kind of die to Viego. But that does force the potential of them having to trade in with the Viego, which is great. If they Ruination or if they Recall, we're definitely in pain. But this is also just free now. Yay, free. Yes. That's a Scourge. I love it when it's Scourge. I love when Scourge. 4/4 White Flame is not bad, to be fair. I can swing in with this if we hit Viego. Otherwise, we do just kind of end up buffing Big Dick is 7/7. I love this art so much. It's so pretty. The art's so fucking pretty. Do you have the Black Flame thingy dongle? You have the not Black Flame, the Zed spell that transfers ephemeral. I will be sad, and there's nothing I can do about that. That does trade. I mean, they would have been able to do that regardless, so. Headlines would be better if it was a Freljord card. It was a Freljord card? Oh, yeah, interesting, fair enough. I would kind of like a blocker, to be fair. Kindred, unfortunately, is going to just be able to eat that, because they were able to slay something. We have 2 Star Shapings next turn, so we would still be able to gain a decent amount of HP. I'm gonna cast this, I think. We find Blighted Ravine, which would have been great this turn, but okay. There's a 4/4. There's that stairs. 3 to everything else actually gets rid of Kindred, which would be fucking fantastic. We can block Viego. We can heal ourselves and still cast Ravine, which is, I think, the play here. Scourge is just too expensive. Good for Wolf. Gets to eat dragon burgers. Dragon burgers? No, not the dragon burgers. We have a Scourge already, to be honest. Living Legends is here. We don't have too many cards in hand, so Legends might actually not be horrible either. We've still got a couple of heals. Spell Shield is nice versus them, just in general. Tempted to take Destroy, though, just for the Spell Shield. Yeah, we take 11 from that. I don't heal to full for sure, but we have this to... Well, we have not that stairs actually. We have the Blighted Ravine to potentially bring us up to 10, which puts us out of Atrocity, even though Atrocity is of course slow now, so they couldn't have done it. They can't do that now, and the merchant I was talking about, or when I was talking about it rather. Yeah, because if I do that, then the thing that we have to worry about is Undying regenerating, but if that stairs can still sweep and take care of the rest, I think. Unless they counter the skill, which they can also do, potentially. I would like to not get countered. That's Talia. Crumble can get rid of my Blighted Ravine landmark, of course, so that's a problem, just straight up. This, I mean, it still works next turn even if we don't just straight up eliminate Viego, but that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. The removal timing is not quite working out, but they do pass the turn. I guess they didn't have the crumble, which would have also worked, to be fair. Yeah, let's just go with this, and then let's just Extinguishing Ray, try to get rid of the rest of their shit. Have an 8/8. We can heal ourselves to 12. We can get Star Shaping out, so that's a total of 7, so we might go up to 17. Keg Timelines Infinite has been made time to lose 30 times? Is it just not, wait, are you trying it? Is someone else trying it? Oh, there's Rekindler. That is definitely a pile of suck. That definitely sucks. Hasn't made anything else. If we swing in, it unfortunately probably does hit our 8/8 at the moment. Trying it looks very bad. Oh no. Yeah, that Viego is, I think, just unfortunately just a little too big for us to really interact with super well. Again, we still have healing, so we're not fucking just dead. I would be sad if we were just fucking dead. Looks like we aren't. That's unfortunate for sure. That's fucking unfortunate. We can play this. I think we kind of have to, and then hope that we don't have a Ruination. I mean, the Ruination is not the issue. Vengeance would be the big fear, I think. We could also Destroyer and just have a Spell Shielded 7/7. I think the Spell Shield is still correct, so that they have to think about interacting with that. They're currently just letting their champions do stuff, which is fine. I think that's fine. Only going with those, we can counter the healing on that. They want to start stacking Viego, which is really painful. I do not want them to stack Viego. I wish they wouldn't. I wish you would not consider such things as these, because if I kill both, that is 9 plus 3, so it's 12. It's already 12 things dead. So I might give them less and then just Star Shaping to not die. Yeah, there's a Great Beyond. I mean, Great Beyond is handy. Still nothing to really keep me super alive other than just hoping that I can cast this on their next turn and go up to 15 somehow. They're killing the 5/5 anyway, so I was going to target the big, what is it? What do you call it again? The Destroyer. Also, Shoyubaka, hello, welcome to the chat and the stream. I hope you're enjoying your time here. How is it going? Where are the Obliterate spells to be invoked? RNG is hating. RNG is doing what it usually do, which is, haha, you don't have combos, you have death. I could always go Hail Mary Scourge and hope that the Scourge works on like Viego or something. Unfortunately, it is +2/+2 to other things, so we do run the great risk of Viego levels and wins, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with that prospect regardless, because Great Beyond is not big enough to win anything. The Destroyer of Worlds! I'm going to fucking yeet Scourge and die probably, but at this point we have lost so many things. We have lost so much momentum that I don't think any of this really pulls us out. I have all my heals, I just don't have anything else. But let's try and go for something here. The Undyings can't block. They probably just Vengeance this down, and then we die to the open attack. But for now, I have things. Hi, you're lovely. You're nice this time of year, I'm sure. That's an 11-1 and a 10-10, and a dead Viego. We're talking about Rhino or the Black Cat with midget issues. What a fucking description. Not saying that as an insult, Viger might be short even for Yordle standards. That is true. Unfortunately, they do swap-a-roo the Kindred with Syncopation, which I should have expected, because every time that I think that I'm safe with an attack, they always syncopate me and then I suffer. They're going to take one of my units, and the unit is going to be the Scourge. So now they have big thing, and that's unfortunate. That's just so unfortunate. No, Viego, no! My big space thing. It's not even a dragon, it's just the big space thing. Ow, my Nexus. But I have Tryndamere. But I have a Tryndamere. We survived so long, but they had to have Rekindler on the turn where I could not recover from it. Alright, let's try that again. It was a good attempt. We almost had something. I could have ramped a bit harder, for sure. We didn't find any of the wording, the small stones. Didn't find my kidney stones. I needed them. I needed all of them. And I didn't have them. Tragedies. Give me meme. That is Shabby with Garen Darius Katarina. I forgot the middle guy's name for a minute. I was just like, it's something something? It's something something, and I do not recall. Give me ramp. Could have kept the frostbite potentially. That is things that keep me alive though. So I'm not super mad about it. And there's a heal and a ramp. Beautiful, fantastic. Don't kill me. This is Demacia Noxus. I don't have a great faith that you will not kill me, but man, do I have freezes. It's very cold over here. The nips, they are pokey. So is that bird though. That bird is probably objectively pokier than my nips, which is bad for me. Yeah. We just, I think, let that hit and then heal that back. When they add Darius into LOR. When did they add Darius into LOR? I don't know. It's definitely a new thing though. I've never seen him before. Yeah, we're gonna take the damage. We're going to ramp ourselves out of this hole for sure. Just out of the hole, we ramp. Blighted Ravine unfortunately doesn't kill the bird, but it does reduce its damage to 1. It's a Winter's Touch. I am really tempted to just do this now so that I only take 4 on the next turn and go down to 15. You gotta do something cool to represent his hemorrhaging effect from League. Oh yeah, the bleed effect. The thing that drains your target's HP a whole lot. Oh yeah, he totally does that. He totally does things like that in this game too, I think, for sure. Right, Garrett? Right, Dark? I almost called him Garen. I almost called him Garen. I'm so sorry. Let's ramp if we can do nothing else. And we might be able to do nothing else. I do have a shitload of frostbites though, so that ain't gonna do shit. That's not doing shit. It's doing 4 damage, but otherwise it's not doing shit. So good. So good. You're beating Victor with Akshan Timeline's Keg Lady? What is this world? Okay, Victor, to be fair, is kind of janky depending on the scenario that you're looking at. That's a lot of things. That is a lot of things. Can I get away with a ramp and a frostbite? So I would frostbite one of the 6/4s. That would be 4 and 6, which is 10 and 3, which is 13. So I'd go down to 6, healing back up to 9. I think I'm just gonna frostbite. The problem is that that stairs just looks really good right now, so I might be able to do that. Maybe you were just a superior player. I'm gonna wait for their open attack and then see. So 1 frostbite has to go, obviously, or I just fucking die. I also miscalculated the damage. No, I calculated the damage correctly. I actually think I'm gonna try and ramp here. So this is 7, this is 6. This brings you up to 7, and then the turn rolls over. I'm gonna risk this because there's more heals in the deck, and hopefully that doesn't completely fuck me over on future turns. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay, no! You're not allowed units! Goes balls deep, greedy, and rampant. It actually worked. It did actually work, and we can heal now up to 11, which is pretty good. Thank you for the 5 healing. That cannot block, so we're gonna go punch with 8 Yay, 8 damage. Darius is scary right now if it happens. That hits by Nexus, I presume. But we can also... wait, you didn't hit... What? Why didn't you... What? Huh? What? Wait, why didn't you hit my Nexus? Why didn't you hit my Nexus? What was that? Why did you let a fleeting Blade's Edge go when I'm net 6 HP? You're like a Decimate and a Fervor away from my doom, except I have Star Shaping, which you don't know about, but still. Riff and heal to play She Who Wanders and fuck your world up. Yeah, I do want to fuck him up with that. So we want Star Shaping, we want Winter's Touch, or we can just kind of wait, actually, or just heal. Yeah, because we didn't get it. We didn't get the last turn because I did want to like not just die. I wanted to not just die, but for now, yeah, we are kind of just sitting pretty. I can also Frostbite her. We don't have the Frostbite and other stuff. Oh no, we do have that Frostbite and other stuff. That is a stun with no other effects, which is fine. That is actually like 1000% okay. I don't care. I don't care at all. Let's just heal ourselves up, I think, because we might be able to find something that can actually go and stand in the front. But for now, I think we can just heal, because then the Darius is also not leveled. They may forfeit to get her down, actually. Her cat and I'll go poof, even if she levels up. That is true. That is true. We do not find anything that really immediately murders them, which is fine. Here, we're not casting Scourge anytime soon, but it is also just the Scourge as a body who exists. I'm gonna take the body who exists. Frostbite here is fine. Again, where I think we're just kind of fine. We're 2 mana ahead of them. That doesn't kill me. It gets the Darius potentially to level, but we could also...
I fight for Noxus, not you.
Let's see. I think we just Frostbite the Darius, so we're taking a lot because that came down, but at least he isn't leveled because of the effect. Then we take 5, and the Darius, unfortunately, is allowed to persist. Bait the open attack and heal an attack. Healing first forces them to develop. Oh yeah, Frostbiting the Darius for sure. You don't need a little less backseating if you don't mind. I am also just trying to figure this out on my own. So the Blade's Edges are going to hurt a lot. The Blade's Edges unfortunately do hurt us a lot because he gets that +4 effect. Or +4, yeah, +4. They have no, actually we don't have a Blade's Edge because it still goes back into hand. The Darius hangs around onto the next turn, but we do still manage to obliterate the Katarina. So if they don't have Decimate, we're fine. If they do have Decimate, we are fucked. FTR is great, except that I think that might also kill me. Soul Tryndamere for the win here is not, I think, what we need. Obliteration into the cat. I think we still need to obliterate into the Katarina though, and then hope that a Helotop deck shows up. 10-ton Overwhelm is great, but it's still not lethal actually. No worries, Drippy Shot, you're totally fine. Mostly just me trying to process here. Yeah, because we can open attack with all of this. I guess the worst... Are those all spells? I guess those are literally all spells. And there's Decimate. So, unfortunately, that just goes. There's the Decimate. Darius is from Demacia. You're talking about? That sucks. Yeah, it wasn't even the regular Decimate. They had to use a Darius. I think that one Apprehend turn really just fucked us over, because otherwise we would have been able to survive this a little bit longer. I for Noxus, not you. Darius just said he's not a tier 3 sub on Katarina's Twitch channel. True facts. Also, Pink Ghost, thank you for the redeem. Excuse me one moment. For the glory of Noxus, we are up against Femboy BF, which is a phrase that I'm forced to say. We're seeing more Darius LeBlanc because apparently they've decided that Darius is the thing that I need to go up against today. Hi, my hand is either stacked or miserable, depending on how you look at it. But we will at least be triggering Faces of the Old Ones, if literally nothing else, until I can Catalyst. Hopefully they don't have Abominable Guardian and another Yeti Yearling just like ambiently sitting in hand. We do find that Harsh Winds again though, which is very good. That's pretty fucking good. Femboy BF, best friend or boyfriend? I'm gonna go with the like more cynical option, which is to say, not cynical. I don't even know why it'd be cynical. It's more just like the more dramatic option, I guess, of femboy boyfriend. I don't. You know what? I'm not here to try and psychoanalyze them. They've got some femboy shit happening. It's fine. I'm over here trying to ramp. That's the important part. Focus on me ramping. I need to ramp. We can probably Winter's Touch into a Harsh Winds into their next attack. Don't have Abominable Guardian. They have Abominable Guardian, so my worst fears basically just came true. I do have Winter's Touch, so we're gonna cast that. We do actually almost just straight up have a Tryndamere, which is great versus those. So I can also just Trendy and have a good time. Is it a Trendy have a good time scenario? Might be. Oh, and we can ramp again, though. We can ramp and freeze. I think let's ramp and freeze, actually, because we can shut down a couple of those and take the rest of the damage. I guess I don't love that at all. We could put the Tryndamere in the front and be like, hey, do you want to kill this? But I'm really looking at the Aurelian Soul and wondering if we could just sneak it out like super fucking early. The greediest play is Winter's Touch, Harsh Winds, and we end up taking... Oh god, we end up taking 8 damage, which brings us down to 8, which levels the Darius, but then we do have Aurelian Soul coming down. What do we focus on with Femboy? I'm driving and didn't hear properly. No worries at all. The Kingwell left until Nest expansion. Oh, true. Wonder if they still have Decimate. I could also just double freeze them, which is the most boring option. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna try and be greedy. Can I afford to be greedy? Right now, we're gonna go down to 7. I'm gonna risk going down to 7. If that bites me in the ass later, we will apologize to the universe, I guess. That is a might, so we go down to 4. Yeah, no, that totally feels like Decimate, doesn't it? I think I have to be patient, unfortunately. I think we unfortunately just have to be patient then. If they have another might, I mean, we are slightly in pain, but at least we have staved off 15 damage at the moment. We have staved off the 15 damage, and we still can cast a Tryndamere, if nothing else. Which unfortunately is nothing else, but at least we do have the Tryndamere. When in doubt, just YOLO it out. When in doubt, just wait for them and see what they do, I think. There's a Darius. We're gonna go with our 8-4, I think, and just see what happens. Might get blocked by the 1-2 or something small. We are still kind of staying above damage, but the problem is that Darius is going to flip around the next turn, and we will die. We shall die, because I have used all of my freezes for questionable purposes. In questionable ways. Star Shaping? Please give me Star Shaping. That's an Eclipse Dragon. That is objectively not a Star Shaping, unfortunately. If they let me, yeah, if they let the turn roll around, they are just objectively fucking wrong. So glad they didn't do that. If we block here, that's a 13 damage. So we just, unfortunately, have literally no way to survive. That is a Star Shaping, but I do not think it's enough. Because we are still dying, we are just dying, unfortunately by a lot of bit. It's -6 each interaction here, so it's just not gonna be enough. I could Battle Fury something, but unfortunately that's also, I would need a Battle Fury and a Star Shaping in hand, which we just don't unfortunately have. Do I Battle Fury just for the lulz? No, because that also doesn't work. So we'll just, I think, Star Shaping. No, Battle Fury for the lulz. Do it anyway. I mean, I'm not gonna win, so yeah, why not? Battle Fury the 0-3. Oh, good idea. Look at my 8-7. It's an 8-7, motherfucker. We're gonna put it in front of the Darius. Because fuck you and your Darius, actually. Fuck you. That Darius needs to fucking go eat shit. This is our second attempt, I believe? This is, I think, our second attempt. So we have one more with this deck code, 87 phase. That's the biggest mana generator ever. It is feeling itself today. That thing just grew a spine, grew some balls, also developed a frontal cortex, and is now able to store memories. Is that where the memories go? I know it's the hippocampus and the frontal lobe, I think. So yeah, it's now mastering calculus. This was the third. Never mind, I'm in too late. It's too late. Something about this deck and facing Darius. Yeah, okay, we're up against Lux Chase, so this will probably be fast. I want to do it. I want the thingy, but we're just not finding the thingy, unfortunately. That's a heal. That's a ramp. I'm up against big danger. So I'm gonna keep one freeze in hand and then also die because we drew units instead of spells. No! No! Let It Ravine might help a little bit, but unfortunately they're summoning 3/3s and such like that. So probably not, unless they're not running assembly line, because it's actually been a while since I think I've seen someone run assembly line. Tempest Fox, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome back into the stream. Also Moss, you sent in yet? It's okay, I didn't spell punishment for falling asleep. Moss, I have not listened to your bullet check songs that you submitted yet. I still have them. We can do them today if you like, but I have not done them yet because I said I would wait until you were around. So let me actually put those in. We can do those while we're listening to while we're doing a deck submission or something like that, or importing. I don't have Blood of Ravine, fuck. Let's do this fucking Mana Gem. Woo! Fun! Where did I put your song requests, actually? I know I have them somewhere. Oh, I have 2 of them. Wait, do I need a third one? I'll find them. I'll find them in the request somewhere. What am I doing here? Probably healing? Can I risk? I think I'm actually gonna try to heal and get rid of those motherfuckers. We have 2 of the freezes now. I don't have any more ramp except for Winter's Touch, though. Whenever is fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a 4/3 now. That's annoying, but it doesn't murder me entirely. They could have some kind of way of removing the landmark, but unlikely that they'd waste it on a Blighted Ravine because the Forge Chiefs are kind of already done their job. Pretty much. I do find a soul. Who doesn't love finding a soul? All right, if that's your only attack right now, I'm like totally okay with that. Okay, you're just going for fucking ham damage. And I personally am gonna just take 4. I'm not taking 8 fucking damage, I'm taking 4. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. We do have the Eclipse Dragon potentially, which means I can make this cost 8, which means we might be able to go Eclipse Soul, which would be lovely, or we can ramp. But I think I like having a body. I think I like having that body because then we can also bank mana and also have soul and freeze next turn. One day I've got to cast the soul, okay? One of these days I actually have to be able to have a fucking goddamn Aurelian soul. I would love that if it would be okay, if it'd be permissible. Nothing was said about the single mom trying to raise a daughter. It's your next show that you're binging. The Kill Boxoon show that you sent in. We did actually watch the trailer for it. It was kind of great, and by kind of great, it was actually really cool. A few people in the chat really liked it. Lux Jace are ballsy players. They can be actually. Do I bother frostbiting now because we have the heal and we have the soul? I think I'm just gonna let that happen because then we get soul. And then I can go have fun with an elusive boy? I like elusive boys. That's 18 of 20. That's the Feros Financia. Catalyst of Eons brings us up to 14. If they don't cast another 6-cost spell, we do, of course, also have the 10 thing, but we don't have that anymore because the Jace is now leveled. But we can certainly threaten him with it. That's a Dauntless Vanguard. Holy shit, please no. Holy shit, they're big. Oh no, they're big. That actually still obliterates such as the She Who Wanders. Yes, fuck yes. Okay, bye. Bye, motherfucker. Sorry, faces of the old ones. You were large before, but you must die now. That's not a counter spell for sure. That is one thing removing my little Eclipse Dragon, which is okay. Right now Soul can kind of... I think the Soul can just kind of go to town, to be perfectly honest. We still have the Flash Freeze if something goes horrendously wrong, but there's nothing that really buffs the Jace out of this scenario, I'm pretty sure. Pharaohs is annoying, but we can honestly just heal all of the Pharaohs damage back at the moment. That's a bitch, but also doesn't stop us. That also just straight up does not stop us at all. That's what the freeze is for! That's what the freeze is for. You're blitzing through 2 more tokens this week and baby kill box on the 31st. Wrapping up under the Queen's umbrella and Cafe Minamding? I'm pronouncing that horribly, I'm sure. Yeah, we're just gonna trade into something here. That's a no-no. That's a big fat no-no, thank you. Bye, Jace! They have 3 cards left. I don't think they can do a ton. And we also get the leveled soul now. Let's go, buddy! The dragon finally worked out! That tickled Aesol and she who wanders to fuck your world up. It did tickle them a little bit. I went to see if they had a funny bone in their body, and now we have a pretty dragon. I want the soul skins in this game, by the way. That would be kind of great. I want the soul skins. That would be lovely. I have a bunch of free shit. So we're gonna cast the free shit. That's a Piltovan Tailstones. What the fuckle sticks are you doing? Oh, trying to find something. That's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna cast the Great Beyond because it's here. If they don't forfeit, I'll be actually a little surprised. There they go! There they go! Aesol got mad and used to flex his level up to get She Who Wanders to water into his realm. She likes that big chin. Apparently. What do you mean waiting for my rewards? Why would you make me wait, Runeterra? Come on now. Unironically too easy. It took us a few tries. But yeah, no, that one was smooth. That attempt went really well. Okay, so we have a few videos to catch up on. But I am actually going to, I think, nowhere to be found, just do your deck right now, if that's okay. Moss, I have a couple of your music requests in my list here, if you are still around, and I'm gonna aim to try and do those after this next deck, so then we'll wrap up with some music and the video of the new League Champ that I actually haven't watched. I know who he is vaguely and what he does, sort of, not really, but I never actually watched the cinematic. Yeah, sure, Drippy Shots. I'm glad you enjoy them. I like the viewer deck submissions a lot, obviously. And then always am able to have a bunch of fun with them. Yeah, nowhere, and then into their submissions we go. You swear you won't fall asleep? It's okay if you do. Anyone likes the Aesol reworks in League? I haven't played Aesol in League, but I know what he used to do compared to what he does now. And he seems a lot better. I haven't actually played him in League because I don't own him in League. And I haven't spent the shards to buy him, but I do want to eventually, just because it's one of my favorite things, just on principle. I like your viewer submissions too, but that also requires viewers. We usually have some viewers at least. Also, Shoyobaka, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. I'm glad you've been enjoying your time hanging out, presumably. Excellent. Your deck is a meme. Fantastic, fantastic. Does nothing till 11:11 sometimes. That is annoying. Wait, level 11? Even way after his ult happens? Jesus. Nowhere. Mame. One day I'll figure out how to put the little accent on the E in the name so we can have memes. But for now we have memes. Nowhere's this one. It's the Targon. P&Z. Oh, I have a suspicion. This is not my suspicion. It is a completely different. What the fuck? Okay. Lunari, Piltovan Telstone, Spacey Sketchers, Zoe Bot, Crowd Pleaser, Ferris Financier, Gifts from Beyond, High Note, Mountain Goat, Mystic Shot, Pale Cascade, Seraphine, Time Trick, Aphelios, Ezreal, Generous Gemcrafter, Get Excited, Hush, Slurry Priestess, Sparklefly, Yumi, Bastions, Victor, Star Shaping, and Formula. You were not kidding. This is an interesting, just almost singleton with some value cards stacked in particular, and also 3 Gemcrafter, which is amazing. Is it Desar's to send ASAP? Kale is playable in aggressive setup. Usually play her top if there's a Zarya on the team so she can run up with ult and ult herself. Oh, interesting. And he didn't even add Pursuit. Would you like me to add Pursuit, or are you good with the non-Pursuit version? We have already seen a Pursuit today, which is kind of sick, but this is already going to be an interesting scenario. I have the Zoe skin. Actually, let's do Pulsefire Aphelios. Let's roll up with that, and then I'll do the Pulsefire board as well, so that we can be a little bit matchy-matchy. Thank you, Winders. Thank you, the Winders. Not just as is. Okay, all right. You drew 3 Evelyn's turn 1 on all of your high-cost cards. Welcome to my life. It's a beautiful place. Nice to hear her early game is better. She's a monster like Cassidy in League late game. For a second, I thought you were talking about Moss. I was like, I'm pretty sure Moss is having a bad time in the early game. Pierre, the sensei, one which I don't know what to make of, is running a Karma Tryndamere Trundle. So we're about to get smacked in the face by many things. Not just a couple things, many things. We have a champion in open hand. We have 2 whole champions in open hand, actually. So we got a 2 cost. Zoe. No, Zoe. Okay, that's fine. That's understandable. I have 1 of her. Seraphine, my least played out of the bunch. Actually, kind of interesting, that one. I might bank mana here. Though there's nothing really great to cast after to trigger that Aphelios. And I don't want to just slap a Yumi on the board naked. That's a troll scavenger, so you definitely have one of your big costs in hand. That's a 40,000 mastery karma. Here we fucking go. That's rough, buddy. Is it as rough as your girlfriend being turned into the moon, though, is the real question, I think. I could just play Aphelios. I don't really want to just play Aphelios, though, so we're gonna go with something else first. Let's see here. I mean, Celestial Impact is probably going to be the most helpful versus things like Tryndamere. Or Trundle, or both of them. So let's steal that. We obviously won't have the mana to cast it for 2 turns. But for now, we're looking okay. They made her ult where she can put it on people, give them a vulnerability, and drop an AoE on top of them. Compare that with Zari's ult. You can hit pretty hard in a group fight. Using Kale's ult is kind of a last result. Gains massive damage by around 11 and 16. I looked at playing Kale at one point, but I've kind of settled on I'm gonna spend more time on them. Right now it's Yone, it's Aatrox, it's Bard, and it's Rakan. Those are the 4 that I'm just like, I like these guys and their kits the most. I guess Bard isn't really a guy, per se. But I'm lumping him in with the guys. Rakan is fun. I love Rakan a lot. I have bought Bard skins, not gonna lie, because I think they're super cute. I actually haven't gotten any Rakan skins that I'm debating between, like, the Star Guardian Rakan and the Arcana Rakan. And Arcana Rakan is just more fun to say, so who knows exactly. Sound like a top and support main. Don't hear much about people playing Rakan support. I think Rakan support is super fun. The W is just the best thing ever. I just like running up to people and be like, no! You know? And then bouncing them around. The bounce is so much goddamn fun. Holy shit. We're gonna actually Nightfall the Aphelios off of the Zoe proc. So let's just go do that, in fact. Very pretty fucking effects. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Let's take Gravitum at this point, honestly, I think. And then we can put a Yumi on Zoe or Aphelios here. I am actually tempted to put it on the Aphelios, but I think Zoe is the better choice because she'll hang around and give us value, hypothetically, for longer. Used to be able to fire up halfway across the map. Took a while before people figured him out. He's not as good as support these days, though. I like his CC, though. I really do enjoy the CC. It's really satisfying. The charm is really satisfying, because I like to running. I like as a support being able to like run at people. You know, going to be worse once he loses his passive with Xayah. I know that I know they have their things together. I literally just have things together, which like honestly cracks me up a little bit. But yeah, for now he's just I'm enjoying him a lot. Okay, so he hits, we get the star chart, we get the gem. Avalanche is obviously unfortunate. Blighted Ravine is like slightly less unfortunate. Both are okay in this juncture, to be honest. I'm gonna risk dumping the Seraphine because again, the only thing that really dies right now is the Reggie, which is, I'm sorry Reggie, you can fuck off to get real damage coming out of our opponent here. There's a Solari Priestess, not so bad. Our hand is almost full, so we gotta start being careful about that as well. Discussing League actually makes you want to try League. Someone to remind you why not to play League. League is a hellscape that will make you feel bad about yourself and is also just not a game that you can relax and feel okay being bad at, and also it will decrease your quality of your mental health. Did that help at all? You will rage. Like, I rage at Runeterra a little bit. You guys have all seen me get fucking tilted. League is I was gonna say a league of its own, but I'm sure that pun hasn't been made before, so I stopped myself real quick. It's in a universe of its own design, and it's strange. It's so fucking strange. I mean, I like Moonsilver on some of our stuff here. That seems not bad. We also have Challenger to be able to pull something on the following turn. They do have Avalanche still up. I might just take Moonsilver to discount here and then pop this Celestial Impact so that it's a 6-mana Celestial Impact. So we go into 6 here. I'm gonna pass the turn and wait for more things to happen from our opponent. There's an entreat. They're finding something. We obviously don't know what, but we're definitely a little bit more free to just kind of go with our stuff here. I'm tempted to do that because they don't have any of their removal anymore, but I feel like that's just kind of excessively risky. So we could always just cast a time trick and then let certain things on our board just kind of level over time. Ferris Fight and Seer is not bad. It gets me a good spell, to be honest. Piltover and Telson's okay. I might just skip, though. Let's see. I need to read a little. Bard is hilarious. He dives when opponent to ult to the tower, which basically stasis it. Turns out it's easier to kill people when the tower's not hitting people. Oh my god, that's amazing. League is like crack. Once you do it, you won't stop until you hate yourself and ruin your life. There's toxic as hell players, and you need to learn how to counter toxic with toxic. That's the part that like breaks my brain, because I, as a person, I'm just like, why would I want to be like more toxic in a game where there's already horribly toxic people? And then I realized that it's just kind of what you do. That's a harsh winds, not the harsh winds, not the winds that are harsh. They also went for Felios, which I guess was just their second target that they were thinking about there. We are gonna be able to potentially just level our Zoe though, which is pretty fucking exciting. And then we can cast Golden Sisters and hopefully just fuck up their day even if they FTR us. Worried about recalls, worried about stuns, worried about all of that. Yumi is also just kind of existing. And this is such a long train of interactions here up on the board. Let's see. When thought we failed college? No! No! Don't let the real life stuff get you down. Let the League stuff make you feel like you're scum. Let League do that for you instead. And when they whine, just that they were out of range and it's not your fault. You're a passive aggressive toxic. Toxic is the wave in League. Yeah. If I just, you know what, that's a fair point. If I just think of everybody in League as basically doing the emotional equivalent of Braum waving at me every single time they click on anything or just breathe, then the mentality's different. Then it's no longer, what are you doing? It's, why do you suck as a human being and how do I burn your house down? See, I'm already learning. I'm already doing a nice learn. I'd actually like to do that because then we can get a smack. And they were just waiting too long that I actually thought of a combo that I was just kind of ignoring. So that's good. I like the Zoe hitting. Sorry, I was so busy with the chat and also just thinking that I had no way of increasing the power of my unit that I forgot that I could just cast the Crowd Pleaser to get the star chart back. We are full. We're not full on hand. We're getting very, very fucking close to being full on hand, but we're not quite there yet. Once tell your lane and once he'll told your lane 80 carry, it's not my fault you can't kill them after securing a double kill. Soraka. Go, go, Soraka. Yo, Soraka in TFT, by the way, fucking hurts. I keep trying to run admin and then other people snipe my admins and then I'm just like, wow, their Soraka is really just kind of killing me really, 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 really badly. Here we go. My opponent is not happy with anything that's happening on the board right now. I do understandably have a lot of my champions on the field right now. They are enlightened, which is going to suck, but that's okay. We're gonna just make things and do the things until we drop. We almost have a Victor out. I'm just gonna do this, and then the Zoe's at 9 of 10, and then we gem and the Zoe is leveled. Fuck yes! We're leveling the Zoe! Okay, let's do this. Boom, level 3-7, just kind of ambiently sitting around with the Yumi making her larger every turn. Sorry, it's a 3-8, not a 3-7 because of that level. The Seraphine is at 6 of 9. We are just going for it. Oh, also it's Frostbite, so it's technically a 7-8. Yeah. Fucked! It's more like clerics in D&D. Sometimes you have to be passive aggressive to make them be less dickish. Okay, so Karma's gonna duplicate things, so we are definitely worried about our spell shield just being completely irrelevant from now on, which sucks, which certainly does to suck. I could risk a celestial impact upon her, assuming she taps down on a little bit more mana, which I think is a fair thing to wait for. Sputtering Song Spinner is definitely going to get our Seraphine to go boom, which should be lovely as well. I would like the Seraphine to go boom. Tap below fucking deny. That's not below deny mana at all. That's just a full hand refresh. Tap below deny. That's terrible. That's just fucking horrendously awful. But we do keep the Zoe. I lose everything else. But we do keep the Zoe. I think I have to try and obliterate Karma. I don't think there's any other way around it. We will be healing an okay amount, but losing everything else definitely sucks. We still have Victor, we still have Ezreal in the deck, of course. So we're not like the most miserable, we're just like generally speaking miserable. Hold someone a beginner raid based on your low DPS, your number of deaths, with your high level, with your score. I think it's safe to say your guild must be desperate for idiots. Oh, desperate for idiots, my god. You really are not holding back, huh? Fundamentally, I don't wanna, but I also am just, fuck it, I'm just taking the damage. Once the Tryndamere happens, I'll be worried about my actual HP, but for now, I'm gonna have elusives. I'm gonna have so many elusives. Please do not hurt any of my elusives. That would really suck. Let's go with Goat into these guys, I think. Again, Seraphine is now gone somewhere into the nether realms, so we cannot find her again. That's an FTR, as expected. We are getting a bunch of elusives here, though, because of the way that things are getting cast. So if they don't have their concussive palms ready and waiting, we might actually be able to do this shit. We might actually be able to just win, like, right now, which is incredible and amazing, because I have now lethal elusive damage, and also I'm healing a fuck ton. Yumi also levels, I should point out, if she doesn't get stunned or recalled right here. She does, that's terrible. There's a gift of the Hearthblood summon, but we are still forcing a lot of damage. Yay, Yumi! Savagery at another level. Truly. Hi. Yes, good. There's the cat. And the W. And the fucking W. We win with Targon once more. Versus an actually kind of tough looking Karma deck as well, which feels pretty good. Keywords, motherfucker. Can't count on the keywords forever. So that was Nowhere's submission. And again, 6 champion deck, who gives a shit? We just get value, baby. Dying because he's on a try hard and he goes out and touches grass. Yeah, I told him I can tell him trying hard is hereditary. You inherit it from your parents? Wow! Sky, I'm afraid to stream an MMO in front of you now. I'm gonna be just like derping around the raids going, la-di-da, look, it's an AoE, I should move, and then fail to move fast enough. I'm gonna feel your judgment from afar. All right, we now have some videos to look at and to watch. And then I think we shall be wrapping up the stream. Good shit today, folks. Let me bring up, let's watch the league-a-doos. That's on all caps, whatever. Melio, yes. This one. I want that's the theme. Guess we can just watch the general reveal. Mute. There's the theme. Let's just look at the... Do we want to look at the ability reveals, or do we want to listen to the music? Let's look at the abilities, I guess. Melio's theme is solid. Let's look at his abilities. I'm gonna skip through a bunch of this because we don't need to see all of the abilities from different angles, but it's only a couple minutes anyway. Fired up. Enchant allies on touch, making their death damage deal a burst of extra damage to burn the target. Okay, reasonable enough. Third video. Which one did I miss? This one. Okay, we're on that one. Cool. Ultra Mega Fire Kick. Knockback. Okay. Or just a slow and a stun. Cozy Campfire. Increases attack range and heals. Follows the ally. Attack range increases to 10 to 20%. Okay, interesting. His W looks really good, kind of like his Q too. Yeah. He's also just a really cute champion, not gonna lie. He looks kind of cute. Warm Hugs. Tosses a shield to an ally, temporarily increasing their movement speed. Oh, okay. All of his abilities have very fucking cozy names. Soothing Flames that heal and remove crowd control from allies in range. Has a long cooldown and cannot self-cleanse. Yeah, that does seem kind of bland. It seems nice, but it seems kind of bland. Ara is really good at counters love initially like Sejuani and Maokai. What anime fan named that one? And Ornn. So here's my feeling towards that R. I played, or I'm not even used to. For some reason, whenever I march into League, I always expect there to be things that can just like cleanse in general, and I'm always amazed, like, wait, you mean I can't buy an item that just gets rid of the enemy's effect? Because I think there are things like that in Dota, and then I just expect the items in League to be like the Dota items, where it's just like you can like really customize what you've got. But it's not. So that actually seems quite appealing to me. In general, the fact that it's a cleanse. Let's listen to a little bit of his champion theme, because it's from the trailer, and I just want to hear more of it. I think because it's actually really cute, really good against Annie. Mikhail. Oh, Mikhail is a spell in League as well. I know there's Mikhail's in Runeterra, which I never see played anyway, because cleansing in Runeterra is very different. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so I can still be heard over this. The concept art's really cool too. He seems cool. Mikhail and QSS are cleanses. Quicksilver Sash I knew about, mostly from TFT actually, because you can make it in there. Crit Glove and the cloak thingy that I still think looks like a shell every single time I stare at it. I'm like, I need a shell and I need a glove, and then I'm like, it's technically not a shell, it's technically a glove and a cloak, but who gives a shit? It's a shell. This still doesn't beat out for me Nar's theme, which is still straight up like I think one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite music or theme from League of Legends. But this is adorable. Milo's companion is the Forged Flame thing from Ornn. Oh yeah, like the like that thing that the Forge thing, the card in Runeterra has as well, right? What's her name? The Forge lady, the thing that has the little Weaponsmith Apprentice. Sorry, I couldn't remember the card. Like one of those things. Let me a level living forge. No, they are pure elementals. Oh, so not that. Okay. I found the thing that I was thinking of though. Melio creates them himself in his lore. Yeah, I skimmed that lore page you sent. Mostly I was like, wait, who's Melio? And I was like, is he coming to Runeterra? Now he's just going to League. At least as of now, we know that he's only coming to League. That's the Teemo. I came back to a good frame to pause on. That's super cool though. It's so cute. It's so cute. Whenever I see something like this, I also think of, what's his name? Calcifer? Is it Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle? Because Calcifer is just fucking OG. Fucking, if there's a flame elemental or there's a flame spirit somewhere, it had better be fucking giving me sass. But yeah, the music's cute. He looks cute. Don't know how I feel about his kit other than it's a support, and I am trying to play support, so maybe I'll give him a shot at some point. He's from the area of same as Kiana. Oh, for some reason my first thought was Kiana is thick. I didn't have any lore context. I was just like, Kiana looks pretty good, doesn't she? She has nice thighs. But let's go check out some of Moss's videos. Moss, are you awake? Dare I ask? Is Moss here and awake? If you're not, I think I am just gonna do them today because it's now been like at least a week, I think, since they were sent in. So let's listen to some music. This is Caroline Polachek, and Moss is awake. Holy shit! Do you need to know anything else about Kiana besides her thick thighs? No. I'm thinking, and I'm like, no. Good shit, good shit. We have another song also from Polachek, so let's check that out. Before I check myself out and check into bed. Last one was Crude Drawing of an Angel, and this one is Pretty Impossible. G-Idol? Oh, G-Idol, sorry. I was like, Giddle, Jiddle, whatever. Does he type it as one word? I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. I have heard of G-Idol, I just didn't put it together. The art reminds me of like old, like 1980s Subway. Also really like the cover art. It has a vibe. Oh shit, he has range. Reminds me of an anime outro if someone translated it to English. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, of like, it's a like a summary or a roundup or something happening at the end. Totally vibing to this. Oh, I can put the link in the chat. So I used to be very like, and I still am to a degree, whenever I'm driving or like doing stuff in the world, I'm very like, I'm gonna listen to like fucking fast-paced, upbeat, really exuberant music. But recently I've been listening to a lot of like slower and quieter things. So maybe this should go on my list. Not actually super slow, but it definitely has a softer vibe than some of the more aggressive shit that I put on in the car when I'm driving. I don't need to listen to Muzzy's Insignia 30 times in the same car ride, just more like 5, you know? For some reason I have a huge attachment to like 2012 to 2017 Monster Cat releases. That's like my happy place when it comes to like music in general. But I've been branching out lately. I feel like I should be driving along a coast at like 3 in the afternoon, like by myself. Not with a group, this isn't a road trip music, but I should be going along the coast by myself in the car, thinking about my life. You know, that's the energy. Used to be a Monster Cat fanboy. Monster Cat is still putting out bangers, to be honest. I listen to the new stuff less, but I mean, there's Muzzy, there's Faint, there's literally there's a fucking Monster Cat mix that YouTube understands that I would probably click on, like right there. Monster Cat Uncaged is doing some cool stuff that's like different from the main Monster Cat. They're still they're still producing good shit, but I will I mean Nitro Fun is still like one of my favorites out of everything. Thank you for the submissions though. This is pretty good shit. I like it. This is going on my roster of things that are cool that I have received and I may actually listen to. Inverness. Oh, Inverness. Yes. What else? I mean, there's like 40 different artists in every playlist because it's also just like really cool how they structure things. Did the video redeem get removed? The video redeem hasn't gotten removed, I think. I might have just turned it off because I was planning to mostly just do deck submissions and the Champion Draft Series game today. Thank you for asking, though. It should be on next Thursday for sure. Can you suggest Diggy Diggy Hole by Windrose? You can suggest Diggy Diggy Hole by Windrose. But I may do that on a future stream. Thank you for the suggestion, though. I'll actually write it down so that the next time you hear, I can be like, hey, you wanted the thing, and I think the submissions are open. But yeah, that was some good shit. I am gonna head out here, I think, just because we started the stream around 6:15-ish. So we've almost hit the 4-hour... Have we almost hit the 4-hour mark? Yeah, we've almost hit the 4-hour mark. Holy shit. I'm so used to this stream ending around 11:30, sometimes even midnight, that I'm just like, it's 10 o'clock. We can probably wrap. It's been almost 4 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go take a break. We had some great games today. Shout out to Absolution for being my opponent in the Champion Draft Series. Those were some incredible matchups. I had a ton of fun. They were amazing. I will be back on Thursday for the usual submissions of whatever, and I'll try to bring some more meme ideas. We kind of ran out of time for the Sky Singer PNZ, so that will be on the bracket for Thursday, I think. I'm trying to come up with concepts every time, not just, hey, ranked exit. It's boring. So yes, we'll have more Sky Singer stuff going on, hopefully get some more Mimi wins, and go from there. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid out to for around. I've arranged a rating around somebody. It's just like a stampede of like you click on 5 different channels and then suddenly you're just like racing through all of them at once. I'm gonna raid all of you in a row. Let's see, who do we want to hop into here? Oh shit, Drippy is actually streaming as well. How about this person? I don't know if we have rated them before, but they're apparently really close to Masters, so let's go cheer them on as well. You built Sky Singer Glorious Evolution? Amazing, amazing. Also, Good Daddy, thank you. I hope you have a great time zone, which goes out to all of you as well. As raid person, yes, go. Here we go. Thank you all again for joining. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Thank you all again for the follows and the subs and for hanging out here in general. I'm aiming to bring more meme CDS games and memes in general in the future. I still have tournament and 1,000 followers event planned. Those will be announcements will coming soon, hopefully. Life's been just a bitch, so they're kind of slow on the updates, but those are also happening. Let's go. Opponent was not happy with the 3+ Glorious Evolution. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, good night, Internet. Thank you all again.